I am J.K. Moody.
Oh God! Suicide dive!
I am Will Power.
And he's done it! Power's done it!
I am T-Rex.
T-Rex just turns him inside out.
I'm
Carnage! Nails him!
We are SPW.
and we are wrestling on the edge of the world.
The buzz just keeps growing.
Whoa, man, this is getting huge.
So nervous.
We have our own.
I've just done a fucking Hurricane Rana.
My pants came down, his pants came down. It was a good time.
I'm joking. 600 fucking people. These 3 letters right here, they've changed everything.
It's always been a dream to step in that ring and be in front of a couple hundred people. I remember watching The Rock and, of course he's this larger-than-life character, just electrifying.
There was always something that drew me in. I don't know if it was the athletic nature or the dramatic nature or what it was, but it's the best thing in the world, man. Like, you give me one other medium that has comedy and drama and action, romance, violence.
I've loved wrestling since I was 5 years old. I can remember watching, I think it was the '91 Royal Rumble.
Grew up watching WCW and WWF, and when it was on TV late at night, just something to watch and just got hooked.
The match was Andre the Giant versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan came out with a do before and was chasing Andre around the ring, and I was like, this is awesome, eh? This is better than Coral or whatever,
I think the first time I saw wrestling, it was just so sort of over the top and theatrical and amazing, and the action in the ring always seemed like something that I could never do.
In the shower, as you do, you pretend to be a singer. What I did in the shower is I pretended to be a wrestler. I pretended to be The Rock with the mic, trying to electrify billions and millions of his fans. And I don't know what it is, just the ego, wanting people's eyes on me, but I've just always wanted to be that guy that everyone's looking at.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do it. I said from that day I wanted to be a wrestler, and I thought, why not do it properly? And I went over to Canada and did my training in 2011.
I was living in Birmingham, England, and I'd been wrestling in the UK since I was 14. So I was doing it for a little while. But at the time, England wasn't as hot as it is now. England's pretty crazy. And at the time, we were still running small shows, in front of 50 to 200 people, max. And I was kind of not really wanting to keep doing with my life at that point, and wanted to go travel. And a lot of friends had come over to New Zealand and just raved about how great the country was and how you've got to go there and see it. So I did. I flew over with a good friend of mine, and we landed in Queenstown, New Zealand. And I remember landing in Queenstown, and I walked down to the lakefront there. And it was my first time in New Zealand, and I just remember thinking, I'm never leaving this place. That was 8 or 9 years ago. And I've been there for that long now. I have an amazing job, live in a beautiful place, somehow got a wife and a child along the way and a dog, so I don't know how that happened. But one thing that was always missing in my life was wrestling. It was just such a strong passion. And then Mr. Troy Crosby got in touch.
Yeah, just hit him up, said who I am, what I'm doing. He told me not to come back to New Zealand. He said if you actually want to do wrestling, probably go to Australia. Just based on what was actually going on in New Zealand at the time, there wasn't a lot of a wrestling scene per se.
But a lot of it at the time was in the North Island, so you still had, there was IPW and there was Kiwi Pro Wrestling at the time in Wellington. So I was still in contact with those guys and I was doing the odd shows here and there for them, but there was nothing in the South Island. Long story short, we got together and sat down and said, hey, there's no pro wrestling in the South Island, let's do something about it. There's an untapped market here for something special.
Being in Invercargill, I knew that they were aching to have something to go to, something different.
It was really nerve-wracking going in because I didn't know what to expect. But when I got there, it was just awesome, right from the first match.